All right, Shalom. I want to start off and give it all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, HaRakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. I got this clip, or not this clip, but this article. Okay, as you can see, Russian warship with unstoppable 7,000 miles per hour hypersonic missiles sails towards the U.S. and will soon be in strike range. And, you know, going all through the different media sites, okay, well, more of the alternative media, different people bringing out this different information that your regular news stations and magazines will not talk to you about, okay, as if these things are not taking place, as if not, you know, as if we're not on a verge of World War III. Okay, so there's a lot of different things happening all across the world. You know, nations rising up against nations. You got the wars, rumors of the wars. See, the Bible speaks about these different things, and in the midst of all of that, you got this different conflict going on between amongst different nations. Okay. Financial conflict, different sanctions being put on different nations, you know, nations leaving threatening leaving the petrodollar, nations leaving the petrodollar, you know, and you get just all these different things, nations, gathering together to ultimately, you know, the end all be all, which will be World War III. Nations, different nations, okay, making what I want to say is getting to specific points on a map, meaning going to certain areas, certain borders, certain positions in the sea, you know, just doing all these different things. Why? Because we're on the brink of World War III. So reading further down in this article, it says the guided missile frigate Admiral Gorshkov has been closely monitored by NATO Naives on its maiden voyage, armed with 6,670 miles per hour Zircon weapons. An unconfirmed Russian Telegram channel report says it was spotted on radar in neutral waters of the Atlantic Ocean at an effective salvo launch distance from the U.S. coast. The nuclear-capable Mach 9 missiles have a reported range of 625 miles. The Russian Defense Ministry has not commented on the latest report. It comes after the Royal Navy intercepted the Gorshkov as it sailed through the English Channel earlier this month. More recently, the Russian vessel was tailed by the Portuguese Navy in the Atlantic and was expected to sail around Africa. But radar monitoring sites suggest that the Gorshkov made an unexpected diversion. One report said it had separated from its escort tanker ship, Kama, in the Bay of Biscay and headed west. The Kama continued its routing to the south, passing the Azores. The missile frigate was tracked to 800 miles west of the Portuguese island of the Flores in the Azores, suggested, I'm not even going to try, Ada Mil radar. At this distance, it would not have yet been in range of the U.S. for its deadly zircons. The frigate is also carrying caliber missiles, a type used in Russian war in Ukraine. Vladimir Putin hailed it as important, if not momentous, event when the vessel embarked from Arctic Naval Base Severomorsk on January 4th. He made it clear this mission was intended as a show of strength to the West. You see? So you see that big bear spirit. You know, matter of fact, let's go get that scripture. Okay, the Bible speaks about, you know, the rising up of the bear, right? And I'm going to read it the way how it's worded in here. Okay? The book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, verse 1, it says, "And the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus said the Lord God, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back." Now, because this is going into Russia, Gog and Magog, "I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws." So Russia is going to be turned back to what? To their Cold War air spirit, as you can see. Why do you think he said, look, he made clear this mission was intended as a show of strength to the West. Okay, that was his point, you know, to say, look, we not weak as we once was before, right? We're not this hibernating bear as you once knew us was. No, we out in the open and we ready for whatever. And let's read a little bit more. He says, and he boasted NATO could not match his latest generation of hypersonic firepower. The Zircon has no equivalent in any country in the world, he says. So look, this devil proud. You know, this devil proud, man. He like, look, F with me if you want to, right? Try me if you want to, because we ready. You know, I got weapons that you can't match. You see? So verse 4 again, it says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. So now, check out the nations that are, you know, going to be in league with Russia. Well, you got Persia, you got Ethiopia, you got Libya. With them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah, the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou all guard unto them. So nations are going to join with Russia. Okay, nations have already, certain nations already have made their alliance with Russia. Okay, and have made deals and agreements with each other. Iran, Turkey, and a few others. How you doing? Okay, and a few others. You see, so these nations are all going to had this alliance with Russia, you know, and Russia's going to be what? A guard unto them. What do you think these nations, America be trying to put sanctions on these nations for having arms dealings with the other nations? The nations like, man, the hell what you talking about? You trying to prevent us to have a firepower, nuclear firepower, when you got all this firepower. No, we need to protect ourselves, right? We need to be able to defend ourselves and go on the offense if we need to, not just you. You know, you've been ran around the world being a bully, okay, rape, robbing, pillaging, destroying countries, you know, destroying countries, destroying their heritage, destroying everything that they were about, you know, because you had this power, you know, but now you're losing this power. You see, because it was already mentioned through prophecy that Russia will be the end of this thing, you know, will be the end for you, you know, through him. Okay. So it says, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So yeah, Russia's a guard unto these other nations, you know. Like I said before, that's what these other nations is joining forces with Russia. Okay, they know the power that Russia got. Right? Now, just want to get this real fast. The book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 10. It says, verse 9, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And this is what you are starting to witness from these other nations. These other nations are starting to say, look, you can't bully us how you used to bully us, right? You might have more strength, but we got a nuke too. Okay, we're gonna do some type of damage. We ain't just gonna bow down now, you know. Or they're having deals with Russia, and they're like, look. The U.S. is like, I'll put a sanction on you. It's like, shit, well, you got to put that sanction on me because we still going to go cop. Meaning we still going to do trade deals or whatever with this nations or who you might not get along with. So what? But the nations are sent, so they're not sent. So since let the weak say I'm strong. Yeah, now they're able, as they have this different nuclear capability, you know, now they're able to stand up for themselves, so to speak. Okay, and especially if you got a person that's backing you up like Russia, shit, why not? Why not poke your chest out a little bit? Okay. So the book of Matthew, right? Let's go to the book of Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And this is what we are seeing, okay, all in the media. Right? We're hearing of these different wars. We're hearing of the different rumors of wars. But everything is still leading up to the ultimate all-out World War III amongst the nations. Okay, and we know before that takes place, a lot of other prophecies got to come to pass. One of the main prophecies that has to come to pass is what? The MOTB, the Charagma, which we've been speaking about. And we see the establishment of that foundation being set and pushed on the forefront, right now. Okay, so that's being established. But we know before, the end all be all, that has to take place in a few other prophecies. Okay. But World War III is a major one. The MOTB is also a major one too. Okay, so that's why it says when everything must come to pass, but the end is not yet. What else will be taking place? For nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. I'm about to go on right now, bro.
No, only because he's been very comfortable for tires dropping low.
Yeah, I'm about to go do it. So for nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there should be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So yeah, you're going to have all this taking place. And we see this taking place now, but it's going to heighten. Okay? But just a quick hit to the Spirit, Lord will hope to edify. Next time I want to say shalom.